What's going on, boys and girls? JDK back again, ready to play some Road to the Cup. Event started about 38 minutes ago. Here is my lineup so far, just a big old mess and hodgepodge of rainbow colored cards. I have my two Patrick Kanes. I decided not to combine them quite yet because I wanted my Road to the Cup deck to be a bit more balanced. I do have the one Kane leveled up. I don't have my second Kane leveled up. In fact, I can't even combine them just yet because I have the one Kane in my epic season. We'll be able to level all these cards up, you know, in the first couple of tiers. So I've basically been saving all my training time for RTTC. This deck is currently labeled as an epic and almost exactly halfway through epic. But if we go back to quick games here, real quick. And I'm doing pretty well in my latest epic season. I'm pretty confident I'm going to be able to win the finals in that. Go to quick game. I am now in legendary tier. I am due my legendary freebie. We're going to get a live legend pull in this episode. Good times in NHL SuperCard land, at least from my perspective. Let's look at the rewards real quick. Let's just skip on up to the super rare. The super rare it is Hansen. I already have an epic Hansen, so not too excited about that. The ultra rare is Alexander Burrows. Last time around, I got about 40% of the way through the ultra rare. Hopefully, this time around, I can get past ultra rare and I can get about 40% halfway through the epic, which is Brad Marchand, and who is quite a controversial player in his own right. He's a love him or hate him kind of player. And the legendary reward, of course, is Patrice Bergeron, as the Bruins won the cup that year. I said I would be getting to legendary tier within a month, and I did that. I got to legendary tier within a month, so proud of myself. And in fact, I really couldn't have done it, of course, without your help with getting the Patrick Kane. Alright, so we can just click whatever. In these first couple of tiers, they're going to be all commons. Every now and again, you'll see an uncommon. They're going to literally be all common, so as long as your deck's not full of commons, you can just blindly pick through stuff, and it's not going to matter too much. Speaking of the Boston Bruins, the Flyers beat the Boston Bruins last night. Aha! You know, ever since I started playing SuperCard, or at least recording SuperCard, the Flyers have been picking up the pace, and I think they're gonna make the playoffs. The forecast is looking bright. Always nice to see Philly teams beat Boston teams. Makes you feel good inside, nice and warm. It really does. Alright, we got that one taken care of. Here's the board. Can we pull that legendary card? Can we pull it on the very first board that we are presented with? Parento, no. Yannick Weber, no. Jason Zucker, no. No. No, Gianta, you're not quite it. Hainsey, no. Strawman, no. Let's go with the top middle. A lot of nasty hits occurring in the NHL recently. You had Hendricks getting suspended and Bobby Farnham getting suspended. That Farnham hit, that was, that's a bit ridiculous. You can't be doing that. And in fact, the reason I say that Marchand's a bit of a controversial player, that hit that Farnham executed, more like an assault, really, is very similar to what Brad Marchand would do. You know? You check Brad Marchand legally, and he'll get upset because he apparently doesn't understand the difference between a legal hit and an illegal hit, and then he just goes head hunting or knee hunting, and it's pretty disgusting. Of course, we all know Brad Marchand is guilty of a couple of bad hits. I don't think anyone can even deny that. We of course got the next round of the NFL playoffs this weekend. Oh my, some of those games are crazy last weekend, especially the heartbreaker for the Vikings. You know, you don't score touchdowns, it's going to all come down to the field goal. And you can't really blame the kicker. You really can't. If no one else on the team wants to score, that's going to be the dilemma that you're presented with. Alright, can we get our legendary? 8 picks. There's an all-star captain, John Scott. It's just... yeah. Yeah, John Scott. Oh, it was loading for a quick second there. I thought maybe that would have been it. John Thornton, no. McLeod, no. Another Zucker. Energy refill, that's useful. No legendary pull yet. I'm pretty sure I will be able to win my epic season. The only reason I lost one game so far was because I didn't energize. If I had energized, I would have beaten the other team. One tip I have for you if you want to try to win your seasons is to be a little sneaky. Kind of schedule the time that you want to enter your season during a point of the day where there aren't as many people playing. So when I entered my latest epic season, I did it around 5:30 in the morning. Now, I'm not saying you should stay up or get up until 5 in the morning to enter a season, but I just happened to be up at that time, and I decided to go ahead and enter a season. And I don't think there are too many human players. That's the key. You want to avoid as many human players in your season as possible to give you the best possible chance of winning your season. So I think there's only like max 4 humans in my season, which is great. I mean, the game is worldwide, so you're gonna have people from all different time zones all over the world playing, but generally, you know, it's gonna be North American players. So if you time your season entry correctly against North American players, you have a better chance of being in a season with as few human players as possible. You want as many bots as possible. That gives you the best possible chance to win a season. Okay, so we definitely are going to get to the poll now. And if I don't actually pull a legendary card this first go around, I will be slightly disappointed, but I'm pretty sure I am due. Okay, 3 picks, 3 for 3. The card's coming! It's Zuccarello. Fantastic card. 3 slot too. Not gonna complain. It's a right winger. And of course Kane is a right winger, but not gonna complain. Fantastic. We got there, boys. We got there. We got there to legendary. Whew. And in fact, I'll probably be able to put Zuccarello into the Road to the Cup lineup. He should be able to help tremendously. Wow. First legendary pull. Live. Well, sort of live. I wish this was Wayne Simmons, but I'll live. I'm happy because now I can finally start pulling legendary cards off the board. Well, we got another reset right off the bat as well. It's pretty good. And Chris Phillips. Yannick Hansen, you had your time in the sun for 1 episode, but you will quickly be replaced by this Zuccarello. Before I go, I'll just show you my collection real quick. Let's start off with the super rares real quick. By rating, we have these 2 goalies. We got Kevin Bieksa, Andrew McDonald, Anisimov, Zadarov, Jordan Stahl, Brodin, Raquel, CC, Hamsky, Jonathan Quick, and basically everyone beyond Jonathan Quick, like this Andrew Shaw and Bickle. These are all going to be training fodder. Moving on up to ultra rare, we've got quite a few ultra rares in fact. We of course got Ladder Reward, Corey Crawford, got the Pro Dan Hamhuis, got the Pro Jaromir Jagr, Alexander Steen, Kyle Turris, Martin Hansel, Jeff Skinner, which I couldn't pro unfortunately for the last Road to the Cup, another Andrew McDonald, Justin Braun, Antoine Vermette, Brian Campbell, who can be a pro. I actually have a pro of him, and so I'm working on that now. I should be able to pro him up during this Road to the Cup. So we're going to have 4 total ultra rare pros when it's all said and done. Picked up this Max Pacioretty last night. I'm not sure. I believe he has an epic card. Not quite sure. But he is currently, of course, the captain of the Canadiens. They need to update this picture, probably. Eric Johnson, Brent Burns, Alsner, the legend, probably a Hall of Famer, and Patrick Elias here. Jonathan Druid, who I picked up during the Rivals Clash grind from the last video. Young Gun Taylor Hall. Seth Jones, who is, of course, not on the Predators anymore. He was traded to the Columbus Blue Jackets. Jacob Silfverberg. I like the... I don't know why, but I just like the photo in this card. I like this card a lot. Vlasic. Matt Carl. Ultra Rare Alex Hemsky. Tanev. And here's the other Brian Campbell to pro out. My 2 ultra rare supports, the Gap Control, which has focus and skating, and the Toe Drag, which has playmaking and stick handling. So I like having these 2 supports because it gives me basically, you know, all the gamuts as far as the stats are concerned. So I have a lot of versatility in my supports, and I got a couple of enhancements here as well. I still haven't enhanced any cards. I'm really waiting for some of my legendaries. I'm waiting to maybe I should enhance some cards. I just haven't seen a real reason. I'm not gonna train away these enhancements. I do train away a couple of super rare enhancements every now and again, but I just don't see a real big difference in my win-loss record based on enhancing my cards just yet. Or I'm waiting until my legendary lineup is a bit more fleshed out to really enhance. Because in the end game, I'm going to have to be able to beat certain legendary decks, because you're going to see more of the same decks often. So it's all about strategy and beating those other legendary decks. In Epic, we of course got Gilmore, Camilleri, Patrick Sharp, Bo Meester, Brent Seabrook, Suter, Jokinen, and Hansen. Bunch of defensemen, and I picked up 2 epic enhancements so far. In fact, I might want to lock these up real quick. We got the playmaking and the stick handling. It's been brought to my attention that enhancements only go up to epic. There are no legendary enhancements. So these are the cream of the crop, and not exactly sure who I want to enhance quite yet. Legendary, we have, of course, Alex Ovechkin, the Kane. One's in quick game, the other's in RTTC. This one, the 40 out of 40 is actually in season. They're both single slot, but I Am Penguin told me it doesn't matter how many slots they have. It can be totally random as far as when you combine the cards, exactly how many slots they end up with. And rounding it out is Mr. Zuccarello himself. Another 3-slot legend. We're finally getting there, boys. Finally getting there. Well, there's my collection. My first legendary pool. The next episode will be the Atlantic Division Fantasy Legends. And then the next episode after that will probably be the Road to the Cup wrap-up. I'll see you guys then. Have a good one.